So as the Otto Addo and Chris Hughton saga continues, tomorrow we will get a definite answer from the FA, who are expected to be back in the country from Germany after they went to visit Otto Addo. Well, apparently details of that visit to Otto Addo have come to light. What they discussed with him and the reason why they decided to go and talk to Otto Addo. Dr. Tony Obeng has revealed some things. We also have a listen to one of the former Ghana Football Association spokespersons under the regime of Kwesi Nyantechi. He is Sani Dara. He has explained the reason why the Ghana FA decided that Otto Addo was the right fit for the job and why he ticks all the boxes. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. So this morning, Chris Hughton was spotted with the Gbese Manche in a picture here, as you can see on your screens. The man is visiting the local chief to pay a courtesy call on him, probably preparing for the job. But Otto Addo remains the number one candidate of the Ghana Football Association, and Dr. Tony Obeng has revealed the details of some of the meeting they had with Otto Addo in Germany. He says that the president of the Ghana Football Association is not on a head-on collision with the government. It cannot happen. He also said that it was within the remit of the Ghana Football Association president to talk to Otto Addo, who was the assistant coach for the Ghana Black Stars, and he deserves to chat with him to see the way forward for Ghana football, and that is why they decided to have a visit with him. Let's have a listen to what he had to say in an interview with Joy Sports.
Let me just be clear here. I mean, there's no contest between government and the GFA.
Okay.
I think that it places a word between the two, and obviously GFA cannot fight government. No, GFA cannot fight government or cannot compete with government. But it should be clear that, with the consent of government, the GFA has a responsibility to manage football. So government could make suggestions, or individuals within government, or some private individuals could make suggestions. The GFA is not on collision course with government. So that has to be clear. Now, Otto Addo is currently the assistant coach. I mean, he was the assistant coach in the immediate past, and he knows the players. He's been working with the players and all that. But it is also important that the FA would understand it also from the point of view of the assistant coach, who is a Ghanaian who has played the national team before and who might understand a thing or two about the Stars' performance. So all these would combine to make it relevant for the FA president to interact with the assistant coach of the Black Stars.
So there you heard him there talking with Joy Sports on the fact that they cannot be on a head-on collision with government. It's not something they would do. Felt that the GFA president is only in the remit of the GFA president to talk with the former assistant coach of the Ghana Black Stars, an assistant coach, mind you, who could not make it to the African Cup of Nations. He says Otto Addo is the assistant coach, and discussing the way forward for the Ghana Black Stars is just right that they see him and talk to him as well, which is quite interesting. He was not there for the African Cup of Nations. He could not be let go by Dortmund, but it looks like they have agreed with Dortmund to the terms of his release. Now, Otto Addo, according to reports, has been given the role of the Black Stars head coach on a temporary basis. Now, based on how he handles or what the results of the game versus Nigeria are, that is what the GFA president is looking to secure. He's looking to get a temporary job for Otto Addo as the interim coach, so that after the Nigeria game, they will get a permanent one. If Otto Addo does do well as the temporary interim coach of the Ghana Black Stars and qualifies us to the World Cup, I think he would have a case to then make him the permanent manager of the Ghana Black Stars. Wow, it will be quite interesting couple of days here. We'll just be watching closely as the Ghana Black Stars head coach saga continues. Otto Addo is a front runner because the FA feel he is familiar with the team. I've said it countless times here. 2 days in a row I've said it, that I don't think this is something that we need to choose one over the other. Both parties can work together. And if Dortmund have been able to allow Otto Addo to leave, he is one of the training scout members. If they have allowed him to leave, why can't they allow him to leave as an assistant? And why can't the GFA accept Chris Hughton and move on from there? Well, tomorrow we'll get a definite answer on that front. A former spokesperson of the Ghana Football Association, Sani Dara, also has said that Otto Addo ticks all the boxes. Why? Let's have a listen to him.
And for that matter, for me, Otto Addo ticks all the boxes. Why? Because one, he's currently the assistant coach of the national team. Two, a lot of the players in the team he has directly worked with. He was the assistant coach at Norgeland, so players like Kudus, Kamal Dean, Abdul Mumin, and the rest worked under him. He worked directly with them when he was at Norgeland. Now, I tell you one thing that a lot of Ghanaians don't know. Ghana's biggest result at the 2014 World Cup was against Germany. And you remember that Germany beat every country, including Brazil, with more than 7 goals. Ghana was the only country that was able to hold Germany. That tactic, or those tactics used by Ghana's coach, Kwesi Appiah, to hold Germany, in fact, we're on the verge of beating Germany, was prepared by Otto Addo. He was then the scout for the team against Germany. And he gave a concise report that helped Kwesi Appiah to pull off this massive feat. And if we have such a coach in place that knows the players and in the interim is able to do this, I think it's the wisest thing to do, at least for the next 2 games. And we must have in our mind whether it goes well or it doesn't go well. We must understand that from the fallout of the performance at the African Cup of Nations, we need to rebuild. But in the interim, we have a World Cup qualifier. So even if it doesn't go well against Nigeria, we can start from the point that we are rebuilding the squad. Mm-hmm. And I think that based on the experiences that Otto had, even though he's been an assistant coach, and you have to listen to players like Eden Haaland, Jadon Sancho, Hallenberg, all of these, Bellenberg, all of these players that played for Dortmund, and talk about the role of Otto Addo in the current makeup of the Dortmund squad shows that we have got a diamond in our hands.
So you heard him there talking about the fact that Otto Addo was the one who did the scouting report on the Ghana versus Germany game in 2014 that led to a 2-2 draw. I find that quite interesting because we played 2 other games at that World Cup that did not allow us to get out of the group. We finished with just 1 point and lost to United States and Portugal. Otto Addo was the one in charge of that impressive display versus Germany. Was he not in charge of the other 2 games as well? If we are basing it on our performance in that 2014 World Cup, then I would say he did not do his job right because we did get out of the group stages. And if this is the man you said because of that he ticks all the boxes, what boxes exactly is he referring to, good or bad? I don't get the arguments coming out from this camp. Sani Dara is trying to say Otto Addo did a great job against the eventual winners of the competition, Germany. That's right, 2-2 draw. It's not something we should be jubilating about, considering the fact that eventually in those group stages we were eliminated. And there were 2 other games which, if he did his homework, or if he's being attributed to that great homework he did on the German team, why didn't he do it on the other 2 teams to help us qualify? Now the glory is being given onto him because that was the best performance. But now we will say that the coach in charge was not the one who did that job, and we will attribute the 2 losses to him. That would be quite unfair to Coach Kwesi Appiah at the time, who could have taken his scouting report and not considered it. But he did consider it, and it was a great result. But eventually, we did not do well in that competition and we were thrown out at the group stages. So I'm really disappointed in this being the basis for what they are using to give Otto Addo the temporary job of interim coach ahead of the Nigeria clash. It's quite interesting, but we'll be waiting patiently tomorrow as the final verdict on who the next Black Stars coach will be. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on today's update on the happenings in and around the Black Stars job. So that has been it for today. Reasons why the FA want Otto Addo to be the one in charge. Reasons why the FA president traveled to Germany to have a chat with him. All revealed here. Your thoughts in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the week.